We have mics all over. Part 3 this weekend, by the way, of the St. Patrick's Day celebration.
It is a good month to be Irish in Utica.
It is. It just keeps continuing. Even Griffo, who's Irish. I mean, not Irish.
Mediterranean Irish.
Mediterranean Irish.
Weekend Irish.
So, first of all, what have you brought in here for this?
And where's the rest of it, can I ask? Is it because you've already had 2 weekends of St. Patty's celebration? He brought 2 beers in.
I see that.
There's like 6 people here.
They're tall, though.
Yeah. Wow, I am walking into a hornet's nest here.
Today's been crazy.
Yeah, I already had 2 on the way, so no.
Okay, what do we have here? They're two different products.
Brand new cider. We're very happy to launch from Stowe, Vermont, which it's a little town at the base of Mount Mansfield, Stowe ski area.
Yeah.
Stowe cider. So, a guy by the name of Mark Ray has himself a little cidery up there. Uses all homegrown apples up there, and he has local ties. You might have heard of Ray Brothers Barbecue out in the Madison area.
Mm-hmm.
So his cousin Tucker Ray has that place, and he wanted to sell this cider. So he had his cousin get a hold of us, and we're going to start distributing it probably next
Very
week.
Nice. In a can too.
16-ounce can.
Yeah.
2 varieties. So we have Safety Meeting, which is a dry hopped hard cider. So it's got a little bit drier flavor, and then the aroma and bitterness of hops to kind of offset the sweetness of the cider.
Yeah.
And we have Tips Up, which is a just very nice dry champagne sort of cider.
Very cool.
And as soon as I can grab some cups,
we'll get some cups and we'll sample them around. What do you think? One thing, Senator Griffo, the governor has done, and he's done well, and Naegele, we've talked about this, is all of a sudden these brewers are popping up all over the state. There's a big craft brewers association event going on in Albany this weekend.
Yeah,
it's a big deal.
We host something actually with the craft brew industry for all of the members of the legislature in June. Fred, Matt, and Nick come down. So yeah, there's a lot of activity. There's been a lot of support amongst the state agencies, state legislature, the governor. It's been a united effort here to try to call attention to a growing industry and the contribution across the state. Just Tuesday, we had Ag Day and recognizing National Ag Day, and we passed a bill that I'm sponsoring.
So you got
for,
the wine
and ice cream, so they can serve it in smaller quantities now because everybody's being a little more nutritional conscious.
Joe, I don't want to drag you into this whole thing, but we'd had enough. The governor's coming, he's not coming, and I'm not going to drag you in. But we did announce Tractor Supply earlier today, and just because I couldn't wait any longer, coming to the pumpkin patch down, and you didn't even know the name of that place.
I did not know the name of it. You thought it was going to be Amazon, remember? So,
I did say that. That was one of the things that we'd heard early on. It turns out Tractor Supply is a growing company.
Well, we knew they would have a distribution center. I mean, there's been a lot of that activity in this region, obviously. Logistically, that works when you look at location. Happy for Herkimer County, and hopefully that'll continue to help as we try to spur the economy.
Now we're finding out that the state is going to make an announcement today on Quad C. It's happening this morning.
It's my understanding that we may have an announcement this morning. As you know,
things have
now.
We have received the release.
The release. So I believe then the Commissioner of Economic Development will be in the area. So then apparently he will announce activity relative to Quad C.
It's hard though when the Times Union is printing the name.
Times Union is
the
interesting too. What's going on there? There's some indication that maybe they're getting a lot of intelligence through the former head of SUNY Poly, who has got no love right now, obviously, for the governor. So that's some of the rumors there. That why does a TU get these stories so regularly? Where is that source coming from? And that's the speculation, at least. Whether that's accurate or not, I don't know.
Okay,
but,
I like that speculation.
But that, so they are talking about some of that activity in our area, and I think you'll have Commissioner here, and we'll see what they officially announce. I don't really have the issue that a lot of people have. Is he coming, not coming? I mean, this is an important time actually in Albany. I want him focused on budget right now because we're nowhere really where we need to be with only a week left in this process.
Where are you on the healthcare thing? You have the Congresswoman coming out and saying that this is going to be miraculous when the county is no longer responsible for the Medicaid stuff. All of those, which is a mandate.
It's not that easy, though, right? There's a lot that is involved in this.
One would think it's not that easy.
It is not. I'm pleased they postponed the vote. I actually think they should postpone it further because
they're voting today.
It's just too fluid and too many pieces that seem to be getting fixed without any real thought or review. And the concern is you're dealing with an important policy here. I would have preferred the focus of the presidency and the Congress on tax issues first, the infrastructure indications that he had talked about, the immigration challenges, and then continue to work to this. They had some time, but that's their decision and their prerogative. I just would say right now, from what I'm hearing, and I've had some conversations, that I do have a lot of questions and some concerns as to what the impact will be. So there may be some benefit derived potentially for relief to counties, but how will we deal with that later? And any relief that's provided, I believe, ultimately should be passed directly to taxpayers because that's what we're trying to do, to relieve that burden on the taxpayer. So we'll have to see what happens.
But if there is a shortfall, like they're talking about, the numbers, it's in the billions.
Well, the concern is the hospitals, the nursing homes, what will that mean? The governor has already taught. From my perspective, I'd love to see a review of the program. If the state absorbed that responsibility and authority, we should evaluate and change some of the, we're very generous with the Cadillac plan here, but that will never happen in the assembly or with this governor. So based on that, then I don't want to see the governor raising income taxes on the people of New York. So it's a zero-sum game. So if you can lower it at one level and raise it at another level, what have we accomplished? It's still one wallet that's being impacted here. So we need to be cognizant of all this.
It's a bait and switch thing for these Congress people who now get to say, I did vote for it, I did vote to repeal, and it was because of this. Yet we all know this is never going to make it through the Senate anyway.
So what the people want, in my opinion, Bill, is they want us all to continue to focus on these issues, work together, and find real relief. Not to say, like, I gave you some relief at this level and then pass it along to the other level of government.
You mean that our representatives will work for the people as opposed to for their own careers?
I think at all levels of government right now, we should be focused on the same thing. Let's deal with the problems, but let's provide real relief. Let's not pass the buck. I mean, we're all guilty of that, and that's why we've passed bills in the state for mandate relief and that I have sponsored. So let's do the right things right now instead of you see that in gaming right now, right? The gaming expansion that's taking place in New York, it's also a zero-sum game. You're going to see layoffs, not the economy growing. So one region benefits at the expense of the other. That's not what this was supposed to be all about.
All right, I'm not going to let you off the hook yet. I have more to deal with.
Okay.
But I think we should all take a little break here for a second. I have to break. But let's sample what Naegele brought in. Because this is a beer summit we're talking about. And in this case this morning, it's actually a cider summit.
Maybe this will help the budget.
It could help. It could help. Naegele,
Send Naegele to Albany.
What have you? I think that would be good. What have you poured? The first pour was what?
The first pour was the safety meeting. So that is the dry hopped hard cider. That's got a little bit more body to it, and you can definitely taste the hops. It's a flavor that you're not used to finding in cider.
Is this available all over the place?
Not quite yet, but we're going to be rolling it out pretty quickly.
And then the next one.
The next one is the Tips Up. So that is the very nice dry cider. A lot of the commercial ciders that you find in the supermarkets and stuff like that are very sweet, very cloying. They have sort of an oily, slick mouthfeel.
As they get warmer, as they lose their very frigid temperature, they begin to get sickish.
Sure.
This doesn't seem to do that.
No, absolutely not. It's all natural. Very clean fermentation and nice and light and dry.
And zero carbs, by the way. Zero carbs, right?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yes.
You like it?
The first one was really good. The second one's a little dry for me. I'm probably more of a sweet wine. I know this isn't wine, but
I like it.
You can taste that it's very dry.
I have a
it's not bad.
quick break. We'll come right back.